Aim higher. Set your standards higher. Be better. I mean, you're aiming at a level of player that is more or less intermediate. I already made this comment earlier that players under 2400 are intermediate. So if you aim higher, aim at becoming a better player. Basically, Gotham Chess is an advanced intermediate player. He is hoping to become a grandmaster for a reason, because then he will be a real player. I would only hope to do the same thing myself, as my rating is even lower and weaker. I'm not as good as Gotham Chess yet. I am a hop, skip, and a jump above beginner. Our goal is that everyone should have an opportunity to become a better player. That is far more important than any individual win for rating points, because honestly, when you are a certain strength, the rating points just come and go. If you have a bad day, your rating returns to your true strength on the very next day. So there's no reason, absolutely no reason for anyone to be fretting over rating points or anyone getting help on any particular move when this is meant purely and entirely for training for actual real life events. Not sure how he's defending it now. I don't think he can defend it now. This is not good. There's even more where that came from. Maybe we could have berserked. Do not berserk. Never, ever, ever berserk.
And of course, the old discovered mate. I would actually like to call this the Reti mate, right? Where he sacked his queen on d8 and played bishop to g5 and bishop to d8 when the king ran to c7, as there were pawns here, rook on this square, knight on that square. So the Richard Reti mate followed by
Start at the beginning. Basically, you're going for an AP class in chess when you study Kasparov or Magnus. And if you've not passed all of your primary school classes, your fundamentals, your absolute basics, which are Lasker, Capablanca, Morphy, Alekhine, then it becomes very difficult to jump into science at a higher level. Studying the game in its entirety is the way to go. You have to develop all parts of your game equally in order to increase in strength, because opponents are going to be weak in various areas of the game, and if you can win 2 out of 3 of the areas of the game, then like on American Idol or any of those voting survivor shows, you will move on to the next. Coordination on a daily basis is always going to benefit you.
Arsenal fan Richie said, "Those bishops are pretty respectable."
They are, aren't they? Where are you going now? And I get a full rook out of this mess because we set up
Nope,
this
not an opening mistake.
little trap.
crossing my fingers that this is a pawn mate. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. I wanted the pawn mate, and it let me down.
Check out the best.
Always look back and see what you could have done better, what you were planning on doing, and what succeeded, what worked, and what didn't. Always look back at your games, review, and learn.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. And I am using that plural loosely. How are you doing, Rogan? Good morning, sir. Topics for a podcast. What do you think? Not giving up on it entirely, I guess. What do you think? One topic per podcast. I think that was Kingslayer slowed on tick. So that means that the Streamlabs or Google Chat are working. Viking, where are you, buddy? I'm cleaning my desk.
Jury Goose said,
Good morning.
how's it going?
Good morning, Jerry Goose. It's going very okay. I was checking out the random clip player. I was actually trying to determine how these streamers choose the reel that they are going to play when they lose connection. The IRL streamers. How do they do that? That is the question to me.
Jury Goose said, I'll help you out a bit and play ya.
All right. Well, no reason to help out. We could have also just chatted for a while. Keep forgetting that this is 2-0. I'm going to do everything in my power to try to get this up to...
Pegasus
Oh
said,
no! Jerry
"And
Goose,
especially
F4,
for
your turn.
subscribing for 55 months.
Don't do it. That was me. I was going to forfeit. But let me just check something here for a moment in the analysis board. Player.
Jury
So
Goose
899.
glitches crashed.
Oh no, I hate when that happens.
Jury Goose said, I am still on the screen.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But interestingly enough, it claims that I have 899 replies to F4. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, that we've reached 900 in the F4 department. In fact, 903, right? So after the move is made, I can see how many replies have been made. So approximately 4 forfeits. After I played F4, they threw up their hands as though Bobby Fischer had played C4. Interesting. Connect with TikTok to use the Go Live bot. Log in with TikTok.
Jury Goose said, lol, I'll try it again.
All right. We need some Scandinavians. Some Scandinavians. I prefer my knight to go back to the king side, but... Oh, he could have lafonged me there. That would have been rather tragic and terrible. I'm actually not going to take that. Yes. Oh, I could have taken that. How silly am I? Fine. Let's just develop. Get our queen chased around a wee bit. See what we can do. Trying to bother an old soul. Here we go. And we're off. Continuing to attempt to bother an old soul. Can I do that? I don't think so. E4, knight takes, queen takes, bishop takes. Fine.
Friedrichsburg said,
Where are you going,
"Hi-yo."
sir? Yeah, yeah. Here, check, there, check, everywhere, check, check. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, no. Well, that didn't work. Dudovich. Honestly. Honestly, that did not work. What in the world is going on now? You gods. We're trying to hang on for dear life. Just trying to hang on, folks. Just trying to hang on. Oh, no. Are you going to do that to me? Would you do that to me? You gods. I have no squares. I have 0 squares. That's terrible. Here, a check, there, a check, everywhere, check, check. Can I at least counterattack him? I can try to counterattack him. Oh, wise guy. You are too good, sir. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Once you start using that rook, that's totally unfair. Totally unfair if you're going to use all of your pieces. Uncle. I tell the students the #1 rule for never resigning is the opponent has to develop all of their pieces.
Jury Goose said, I got pretty lucky F4 worked lol.
My queen h3 just hung a piece, though. Friedrich Holberg, good morning. You could have just taken my queen and taken my knight on d2, and it would have been a very dry loss for me. I was debating whether or not I resign right away if you take my queen. Debating very much if I resign right away. For those who are not yet in the Discord, this is your specific invitation to get into the Discord and continue the conversation there. Uh-oh, no sound alerts. It's good that I checked. What does upgrading to premium get me? Sound alerts. Can I use the sound alerts?
Said, mooring.
I may not need. All right, if you're going to play that way, then we're going to continue on the same vein. Moment of truth. I spy with my little eye a weakness. Maybe it's not such a weakness, but we are going to consider this a weakness attack. So knight takes. Bishop takes. Knight takes. Very annoying. I don't think this is going to work. but I need to defend my e5 knight somehow. They're a cheek, they're a cheek. Everybody a cheek. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. We have to allow this.
Jury Goose said, yeah, I think I missed a good bit of free things in our game. I don't really like bullets, so I play 1 minute bullet to just try to get it over with as soon as possible. So I always play for time, though it is a lot different than that. I need to treat it like blitz lol.
Indeed. Looks like there's a weakness. There a weakness, there a weakness. Everywhere a weakness. Chess. And now for something completely unintelligible. Here, there.
Jury Goose said, but at least you can prove the English is the best opening now. 1c4 and the game was over.
1 f4. Bobby Fischer was 1 c4.
Jury Goose said, I mean 1f4 LMAO. I was looking at it from the wrong side.
Can I? Can I really get there from here? No, I cannot. That is very much a bummer. Oh no, I didn't give Ron the credit? I'm sorry.
Jury Goose said,
I'm sorry, Ron.
although
You should
I
have
think
gotten
a lot
credit
of
for
people
that.
think the bird is like unplayable, which I don't understand, or just assume you should win most of the time against it.
That is the bias that many players hold, unfortunately, with, let's say, second-hand openings, tertiary openings. It's very sad. Very sad. Hey, I forgot I had an Heinrich Ibsen bookmark, which I just found on my desk. I must have pulled it out of one of the many books that I was going at, from the Ibsen Museum in Norway, in Oslo. The Ibsen Museum. Ibsen Museet. Yesterday, I went through with a student Kasparov versus Kramnik 2000. I'm going to try to add some more games from the champion and the challenger. However many will fit. Well,
Jury Goose said, maybe I could understand it at a lower level, since most of time if you played principled against someone lower rated who might play it wrong, you might crush them, but in reality that's not an issue in the opening itself.
true. So let's just go back in time for just a moment and see what happened with Ron. I thought I'd won a piece, but really the counterplay on the queen side probably was too much. Right? Computer analysis, request. So in this particular instance, we do wish to have, and right now it says it's indexing 145 other players, 903. So we should be at 905 after today, if that were up to date. Right? Because it should count the game that I played despite the forfeit. Knight A4. D4 is best. All right, fair enough. That was the simplest way to lock down on this. This was really dubious. We're back to having an advantage again. It likes knight takes c5, rook takes c5, rook takes c5, knight c5, just bishop e2. I really don't understand a lot of these moves. What in the world, bishop e2? I guess we have to cover this square. So this square is in a little bit of a lurch. I chose to protect it by plugging it. Here I should play rook takes c8, rook takes c8, ba4. Then after knight c5, bishop g7. Oh, I don't have to move. I can't. Bishop g7 is illegal. Trying to get to that square. This square is under a lot of pressure, so I took back right away. And rook takes c1 was what we were expecting. Queen to b3. Everything looks good for me. Rook takes c8. Rook c1. f6 I expected. And now queen to c3. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Just invade. Queen to c3, a5. Just invade. Justin. I chose to give away all of my advantage with knight c6 for a bishop that wasn't any good. I thought all of these things would be weak, but I was wrong. Queen c3. He didn't play queen c3. Apparently I have to play queen takes f6. This should be okay. King f2, queen takes a2. Ah, of course, if I had any sense of danger at all, I would have just run with my king. Had I had any sense of danger, it was king that was here that weakened me. And after b4, g4, of course, b3, queen c3 check. And after king g8, there's no escaping with perpetual check. That's a good thing to know. It's a very, very good thing to know. Let's make sure that we are registered in our next event. Yes, we are registered in our next event. Let's make sure that we're registered in the event after that, because we are here for the duration. Yes, we are registered for the event after that. Viking, I'm very happy that he has given up. Let's go back to the bullet. Holiday means vacation, weekend, Darini. So we have all of the events pretty much mapped out all the way to June 25th. Is that correct? Which is Kramnik's birthday. Relatively mapped out. Studying, studying, studying. 22 hours ago, KYZ. And now for something completely indifferent, the Darini Bullet Arena. We needed to get the other two, actually only other one. The computer analysis. Actually, we can look at it as white. Jerry Goose was white. I lost a Lamborghini in this line. Knight F6. Knight F6 is better. Instinctively, I should have known. Knight F6 is better. I lose a lot of time indexing 42 other players. Scandinavian martial variation. Just realized that my resite's been. Should we get some tunes going here? Pop out. Then the EDM tracks seem to be my favorites, but I don't know why it's not working. But we'll see what happens. Oh, we do have our recycle bin. We just don't have the...
Said, yeah, looking at a lot of my moves, I feel ridiculous when I see the amount of time I had.
Right? The hard part is that when you're playing a game, actually, I shouldn't say one of the hard parts, not the hard part. There's no such thing as the hard part. AI text-to-speech voices on sound alerts. Enhance your in-extension bits, minimum 30 bits. Tipping alerts, and more with AI TTS voices. What I want is what are sound alerts that work across all platforms. So that people in Kick and in Twitch can actually do it. So when you're playing for Streamlabs, right, for example, then you should be able to do all voices. Start using Clip Central. So it says no alerts found. And they're still only at 9:03. Let's refresh the screen. 9:03. Incorrect. We should reach a move that I am not available with. So apparently I've played this before. It doesn't like this line. And I should take on F3. That bishop F5 was ridiculous. I forgot that this pawn is hanging. Completely forgot that this pawn might be hanging. I don't mind sacrificing the exchange, but I forgot that this pawn is under a lot of pressure. A very Alekhine-esque game with the knight really misplaced over here on b6. Knight h4. And I can just continue developing on my merry way. I'm not going to recapture with the queen. You're right. What am I thinking? Computer believed in bishop e6. which is in itself a very clever move to try to get you to commit all of your pawns. But I don't like it. I like knight c6 better. Oh, and you're winning a piece with g4.
After QD7 I believe I missed G-Char.
Yeah, you certainly did. I saw it as well without really looking, and now I see that the computer says g4. Only because knight f5 was given a question mark. And I still should have taken back with the pawn. This would have been better. Both threatening to decoy the bishop and keeping the pressure on d4 and losing less time. Oh, we're 3 minutes away. 1 second. We are 3 minutes away from starting the blitz. But we have good attendance, so it doesn't look like I need to send another alert. I sent the alert earlier, right? To all of the threads in this one. Inbox. So should I grab some more? We could put the link to the arena in. Copy. Link. Address. This is what I did not do. Is pin this to chat. That's what I had this ready for. Join our daily Blitz dojo.
Jury Goose said, 10 seconds.
Seconds? Copy link address. No! No! Darn it. I didn't want to put those in 2 different chat messages. Darn it. And why isn't Streamlabs working for me then? We'll try this again. That's what I really wanted. Control V. That's the one that I wanted to pin. I wanted to pin that one. And on YouTube. And on Tik. Is everyone here? No one's here. Everyone's playing except for me. Of course, everyone's playing except for me. Nicely done. Topics of conversation. I actually wanted to check to see how well and far-reaching we are, as I'm going to put away a couple books. See if we make it. This is good. I bought a just long enough extension. So, books like Bologon's Black Weapons should be elsewhere. They should not be as black in the Indian part. Enquist is coming out with an amazing number of books. That's Lotnick's Middle Game Manual, Move First, Think Later, Rachmaninoff's Secrets of Opening Preparation, not recommended. Rachmaninoff is a relatively decent streamer. I like him a lot. He's a nice guy. But opening-based preparation is not my cup of tea. Opening-based preparation is not my cup of tea. How many games are in here? We could easily review Rachmaninoff's opening preparation. So let's just take a look. So, for example, I do know that this book is primarily an opening repertoire book for white. And he recommends the Exchange Slav. I'm sorry, but if I'm going to play the Exchange Slav, I might quit chess. We're berserking. Let's do it. Let's pick up the pace. We're going to see things faster, do things faster. Do I want to do that? Really? Let's grab the space. If he does not want the space, I will take it. Uh-oh. I'm getting a lot of stuff for this night. For this, unfortunately, he took a piece to start. That is one of the most awkward things. That he took a piece to start. Really? Where are you headed, sir? Where are you headed? Where do you think you're headed? All right, you think you're headed there? You're absolutely right. You are headed there. I'm going to hide in here. Now he's threatening what exactly? I don't have a choice. Well, that was very kind of him, but I don't really want to know if I want to draw. Oh, I forgot that I berserked. I thought that I berserked. It was very kind of Naranjan to try to repeat the position against me then. Very kind of him. Totally kind of him. What was I thinking? Let's do this again. Direct confrontation, folks. Direct. Absolute and direct confrontation. To avoid any lafons. He knows too much. Maybe he doesn't know too much. Maybe he does not know too much. Try to get him to move the same pieces twice. This isn't the thing for me to decide. But it works. Gonna upset the apple cart. The apple cart. Somehow, I thought he might. I thought he may. I thought he might grab that pawn. Oof. That's really not cool. That was not cool. Thought you were going to take a pawn, sir. You also had bishop f3, which was really, really annoying. Bishop f3, when my king was on e8, was just very, very torturous. Now everything's in my favor, unfortunately. If you can find a pin, then you can win. If you can find a pin. Doesn't quite work, does it? Or does it? Maybe it does. No, you have rook to d6, sir. And you take my pawn, and I have nothing. You have rook to d6. Okay, maybe I do have something because I'm up a gazillion pawns. Maybe I am up a gazillion pawns. Fine. Yeah, I was debating whether or not to play f5 in that position and then knight to d4. All right, we'll keep it up. RRR, greatest Bollywood movie ever. Interesting, 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 I believe. If you're putting your bishop on that diagonal, then we might have a problem on this diagonal. Yes, yes. All right, I'm going to let you double my pawns. Consider this an open invitation. No worries. Oh, I cannot hang pieces. RRR must have beaten me 5 or 6 times in a row by now, right? 7. 7, and many of them I beat myself. As you just saw there, all he has to do is just stand there and collect the points. Just keep collecting the points. He plays me and he's like, rating points. Single-handedly, I think I might make him a 2,500 rated player. If we could play a match, I could definitely do it. It might require some effort. So please join our dojo arenas. We might have a simul after this, actually. F4. Whoa, he almost caught me. Almost caught me in that pre-move. Really? You're gonna play it that way, yeah? Start undermining the thing. It could be the thing for me to do. Fine, it will have to be this way. Let's just keep developing. Let's not worry about it. So is he going to bother me in any way, shape, or form? You're check there, check everywhere, check, check. This looks like it's leading to something. No, Ron. All right, I need it. That sounds like something that I would do. I have to be brutal here. I have to be brutal. I'm trying to catch up, Ron. We're good. It's all right, sir. I appreciate it. Gotta laugh these things off. I'm also trying to get my rating up over 2,200. I have decided that for various reasons, I cannot play in Reykjavik this year. It's the perfect timing. I would like to do it. I would absolutely love to do it, but I cannot do it. First and foremost, I cannot, unfortunately, cannot justify. Oh, fine. Cannot justify the expense of time. I just cannot, I cannot justify the expense of time. Really? Not sure if this is as... Oh, you got away with this pawn, eh? Did you get away with this pawn? That was very clever of you, sir. But 3-2 on this side of the board.
Friedrichsburg said, if the little engine could, you can too.
I did only lose a pawn. That is the good news. And now, oof. If you don't hang a piece, that is, if you do not hang a piece. Grr. This is a full question mark? Yeah, D takes C5. C4, bishop D4, knight F6. How many question marks in a row? Starts with knight C3, knight C6. That's a full inning. Another full inning, and then we finally make a good move. Again, he doesn't seem to want the pawn on c5. So here, I should have realized what was up. Knight to d5, queen to d8. I should have realized that I cannot attack at e7 and guard. Oh, that wasn't supposed to. And guard the other one at the same time. And how many times have I played this before? That's what's even more appalling. So is it true that if all of my openings were better, I would be a couple hundred rating points higher? Jerry Goose and I have discussed this before. Whether or not this is true is partly real, partly fallacy. So there, tell me about recycle bins. Crash day. Let's reload. 167 other players. I'm very upset about this particular game, though. That much is true. This particular game has gotten me a little bit. I have to take this downstairs.
Jimmy Goose said, John, I sent you a message on Discord. Definitely a conversation for after stream, since I don't think it's topic for stream, but I do think it's important.
Okay. Thank you. Well, I think everything you send me is important, buddy. I don't always have a chance to continue the conversation. I see. Interesting. It is a topic for after this stream, because I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly. I know that there are some things that could be bothersome about it, but until I start playing better, obviously it makes it even more difficult. But we'll just do that separately. Why don't I can't believe it. Whoops, I don't want this through. 86 other players. Interesting. So that's all I really needed to do was just control R. My way down this ladder. 86 other players, control R. That's all I really needed to do was control R. 59 other players. I'm going to say 59 other players again. We refresh. Now it's 52 other players. Looks like they're doing a reasonable job of getting through this list. 47 other players. I really do want to see what all of my stats are. As white and as black.
said, I am so glad you told me Control R refreshes because that's for whatever reason I had no idea that worked.
Yeah, it's a much easier way than using the mouse. And it somewhat gets the job done. As white, that's what I wanted to see. Control R. Still 47 other players. Grr. I can't wait for it. But I'm crossing my fingers that I stay in the queue. I've often gotten off the queue and then I'm behind by 200 players, right? But I do owe it to everyone to be playing in this arena. Who beat Naranjan? Jury, good work. At any event, back. Back. All right, we're going to try to catch up. Can I do it that way? No, I would just...
said, thanks, I had a game against Ron and I tried my hardest to win and couldn't get anything more than a draw. Jury Goose said, he didn't give me anything lol.
Oops, we're after that rook. We are. We're after that bishop. We are. R. Now we've got it. Oh, that's interesting. Can I play it that way? I don't know. Seems strange though, right?
Oh, mid that one kid said, bro.
Oops. Can you believe that I played queen to e4? I lost my pawn on d4. Well, that's interesting. Are we ready to take it yet? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I berserked. Let's revisit this again later.
Jury Goose said, is there a position you like playing over all others like Isolani or hanging pawns or something else?
Absolutely. There is a position I like over all others. Interesting. Let's not get mated. Can't believe that I ran out of time. I mean, my opponent ran out of time, but I forgot that he had berserked as well. Yeah, we're going to dissect Rachmanov's opening preparation a bit. Thinkers Publishing has done such a great number of books. It's Varty Raid. Greeting, bro. It's Varty Raid. Where is it? What did we have a raid? Oh my god, I'm sorry if we had a raid. I don't see a Varty raid. No. Zoom. That's a great idea, though, Paul. What a great concept. Once one player does it, then the other player should not. I give him a chance, though. Hey, I haven't gotten this position in a long time. Knight to g4, by the way, everyone, is better. Knight to g4 is better than taking the pawn because of Fischer versus, or somebody versus Fischer. Knight to d5 right away is the key move. And now the moment of truth. Let's anchor the knight. Oh no. Are we experiencing some technical difficulties here? We certainly are. I don't understand what they are, though, but we are experiencing some technical difficulties. No, Naranjan! We're going to continue on our healthy vein of remaneuvering to bother you. Oh, that wasn't good. But this was all part of the plan. All part of the plan. Oh no. Oh no. I forgot that we berserked. Naranjan, great job, sir. Not Nicely done, nicely done, nicely done, Naranjan. I can't believe how well I came back, but part of the reason why I came back was the time pressure. Part of the reason that I came back was the time pressure. Indeed. Hey, let's turn on this gain. Let's see what happens here. That was actually a decent game. This switched into a territory where I have played a lot of games. Actually, maybe not that many. 56 games in this line, but only 18 in this variation. So once again, queen to b6, absolutely key to a first line advantage. Oh, I take that back. Bishop to b3. I feel that I previously felt that knight to g4 was a better move. The other very tricky move is a3. And here I also liked knight to g4. You cannot take the free pawn against a3. As it turns out. "136 other players, folks. 131 other players. We're never going to get to the root of it all. We're just never going to get to the root of it all. In general, when you think that anyone's abusing the system, you definitely have to work through the required authorities as much as you can. Because basically, if somebody is doing something that is not appropriate, so it might take c6. I ran into this before as well. Queen takes c6 is the simplest. Sometimes we don't think clearly. Knight takes c6, queen takes c6. After all, that bishop is being attacked. Many years ago against Lars Beck Hansen in Oslo, I played this variation. I ended up on the black side of this variation. And he took on c6, and I believe I took the queen. Or maybe I played bishop takes c3. And I ended up in a much worse position after bishop takes c3. Can you imagine? It might have been knight to d2, knight e7 check, king moves, bishop takes b6. And for whatever reason, yeah, I think I took on c3. And I ended up with a horrific position. I thought for certain that this would be saving me. I think somewhere around here he just took on c8. We ended up agreeing to a draw because I didn't find the move queen takes c6. Just because I reacted so inappropriately. Nobody has played a3 against me in this position. Not one person. This is the first time someone has played queen to d2 as well. It's the first time someone's played queen to d2 against me. Hard to believe, right? Is that hard to believe? And the next event is starting in 15 minutes. And the Rapid Arena, that is 5+5. Actually, Control X. I am going to get there if we know what we're doing. Gotta message all the members here. Copy link address. Control C. Let's do it. And next up, Omid Atan. Omid, that one kid. How are you? Bro, how long ago was that I didn't see this? I need to turn on my timestamps. Why are my timestamps off? I want to know how long ago that was. Maybe it's because the timestamps are set in a different environment. That was on Twitch. 15 minutes ago. Sorry, Omid, that one kid.
Jury Goose said, "Lol."
I don't know if I wanted to delete it, but I definitely wanted to unpin the message. Silly me. Starting in minutes. It should be a 45-minute arena. Right? Might have sent the wrong message to the Rapid and Classical. Reload. Oh no, and we've gotten that far? Look at that. So what happened here? I have played this position before, but from a different move order, I guess. Because we noticed how this disappears. It drops off, right? Oh no, it's still right here. 57 other players. How rude. How very rude. Let's pin that message. And we'll pin it over here on YouTube. Even though it's stating, and it's stating. Don't you love it when it's stating? And then on kick, we'll be stating it as well. Jesse, what you doing? He's bothering somebody?
Jury Goose said, "Isn't this just transposed into the hyper-accelerated dragon now?"
Well, not the hyper, but just the accelerated dragon. We've transposed past the hyper as well. We're not in the hyper accelerated dragon anymore. My daughter had sent me a reel where someone makes one move and then they remember the name of the variation from what year and all that stuff, and that's typical of what chess players do. So knight c6 is still the best move. e5 was not good. I thought so. And after knight to d5, then I played king to g7. Then I play king to g7, just to make sure that there's no funny business. There's absolutely nothing to worry about here. This isolated pawn is a bane of white's existence, and they're down a pawn as well. "29 other players were getting there, folks. We're going to find out how many games we really have. I used to keep it in a spreadsheet, everything. I wonder if I could find that spreadsheet. All of the opening moves, all of the time. I played every one of the first 20 moves. As white and as black, I believe. Aha! We are now here. So now, when we go back and we flip it to white, we have 928 f4s. That seems very reasonable, with a very decent winning percentage of 63%. So d4 is my worst performing move. I play better with f4 than I do with d4. e3 needs to come up. We need 18 e3s. Let's go to an arena tournament and make an appearance here. In the hourly bullet arena, why not? Let's see what we can get. We'll see if we can up 928. And I used to keep track on a day-by-day basis that I'd update the spreadsheet so I wouldn't have to wait for that silly thing to update. And then, for whatever reason, it got off, right? So we need... That was very kind of him, right? Very, very kind. Where are you headed, sir? Where are you headed? Where are you headed, sir? Where are you headed? Where are you headed, sir? Can I do it that way? I don't know. We'll hit him. We'll hit him hard.
Pegasus Sway said, "When I say the dragon, I think of a move like black qx c3, but I can think of the chess position. Unfortunately, you remember the John, what comes to mind?"
This will tax his playing ability. Queen takes a3, but I can't think of the position. Queen takes c3. From our games or from a famous game? That is the other important thing.
Pegasus Sway said, "It's a trap."
That's a good question. Let's just keep his bishop bad.
Jury Goose said, "That position you had where you had NC6 instead of E5 has me trying to remember what Sicilian E5, NC6 and Na6 are like the main continuations."
Can I just play this? I don't see it. Wow. Wow, wow. What am I worried about? What am I worried about? What am I worried about? Mate and one. That's all right.
Jury Goose.
How much time do we have? 4
When I
minutes.
think of the Sicilian, I think of the Fischer vs. Reshevsky game.
E5, bishop takes f7, and knight e6. Very good game to remember. Let's just take over the center without any remorse. Any remorse. Not 1 ounce of remorse, not 1 ounce of remorse. We have to cover this. And that we will. Can I go in that direction? I don't know. Really? You're going to let me do that? Probably queen check was better. One more game. One more game. One more game. And if you could subscribe on YouTube, it supports the channel immensely. Thank you so much. Anyone and everyone who subscribes. Really? You played that move, it seems. We got it in the... What was that all about? I need you to pray for me. Can't take his stuff fast enough. All right, we are back. We are back to the rapid arena. This is where it counts. I should have gotten some coffee. So we have 6 players. Six players. 4 players. 3 are not playing. Jazierska, where are you, buddy? Let's get into the pool, sir. Oh, no, you haven't joined the dojo. You have not joined the dojo. Copy link address. In any event, did he join? I don't know. We're going to do this. What did we need? We needed 18 E3s, and I fumbled the ball right away. Oh, no. He was trying for queen h4 check and knight takes g3. Very, very cleverly done, sir. Very, very cleverly done. Very, very cleverly done. Very, very cleverly done indeed. All right, those squares are way too weakened. What are we thinking about? I don't think we can think about that.
said, I remember how much I miss gambits now.
Indeed. Gambits do make the world go round. Where are you going, sir? And what does it all mean? Here, there, and everywhere? Can I do that? It's a bummer. I don't like it, but it's a bummer. Not that I could do anything about it. I was looking at rook f6. But probably I could have gotten something more out of it if I had tried. We are now in... Why don't I have DOS key? What happened to DOS key? The good old-fashioned DOS key. So he has bishop h4. Let's see if we can get any form of weekend. Any form of weekend play is good. Maybe e5 was better. Maybe e5 was better. Could have weakened his kingside a wee bit.
Pegasus Sway said, no draw is better.
No, he fell for the trap. He fell for the trap. Even though I wanted to play rook to c7 very, very badly. Moving on to the next game, the one drawback to all of these.
Jury Goose said, a perfect game of chess is always a draw.
I disagree. A perfect game of chess is one in which equal chances for winning and losing exist. So there's some form of gambit that Chessable had. I can't recall what it was, but it was a cleverly done gambit, I have to admit. Very cleverly done gambit. And now, what have we got here, it seems? Can I go for that? I don't know about it. This is working for me. Removing the defender. And we're off. Let's keep something from getting to A1 while we're at it. Can I do that? It looks like it, right? No, let's not do it. Let's not do it. Now we'll do it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is what we wanted to do. It wanted to do it. Was it? Oh. I just put my rook on a square where it was not
Jimmy Who
defended.
Said, lol.
How dare my opponent not believe that rook was defended? They should have respected me and moved away. That was crazy that happened. All right, let's work on. Where were we? Where were we? Sub to our YouTube channel, yada yada yada. There it is. How about paying now instead of playing now? So where were we? Oh no, I accidentally played E4. Darn it. Unpin. 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 Pin. Pin. And pin. He got his knight off the edge of the board. That much is true. Interesting. It's true. I'm bothered by that. Oh, it worked. I could have just played it as I expected to. Silly me. Oh no, it was taking with check. That's the problem. It was taking with check. Henry Bird forgot to wear his glasses one particular day, and he touched his e-pawn. He played e4. Not history. Nothistory.com. Pakomov, how are you? Did we get Jersey? No. He didn't join us? That's too bad. Where, oh, where is all 1e4 when you need him? Where, oh, where is Paul 1e4 when you need him? Where are we? We're in third place? Oh my gosh. All right, let's give this a shot. I'm 1978. What a terrible year. Reagan hasn't even been elected yet. We have a gas shortage. Gas prices are sky high. We're going back this way now. Could have gotten me with bishop 8-6. He could have.
Dov Drayton said, Happy New Year all.
I was thinking I was going to play e5 there in a very perverse turn of events. I really was thinking that I was going to play e5 there. Very much in the Fischer-Spassky Game 5 spirit. Right? Fischer-Spassky Game 5 spirit. Fischer-Spassky Game 5 spirit. Checkers, checkers, and checkers. It's like I'm giving back everything. It's just too bad. But we are going to try to hang on to everything. At the same time. 2 minor pieces for a rook. This may work. This may work. May work just fine. May work just fine. This may work just fine. Yes, 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 yes. Let's see what we've got in this particular vein. It might not be what we wanted to be, but it may work one way or another. We'll know in a moment. What? Why would we need a draw? Why would we need a draw? That is the question. What in the world would we need a draw
Rafa
for?
said, "Hi, Mr. John, remember me?"
We need to attack. Rafa, good morning. How are you? Doth Drayton. Namaste, Doth. Good to see everyone. Hopefully everyone is subbed on YouTube. Thank you for being here, and please remember to join the dojos. All 3 dojos offer a different flavor of chess with plenty of time to play. I guarantee you that you can play bullet at 2+1. There's absolutely nothing wrong with playing bullet at 2+1. Book reviews. So this is one way to inventory every book in my arsenal. That's what we'll do. We're gonna attempt to do a book review of every single book overall, just to let people know what's what and what's up. And we'll start with the ones that are popularly available on people's streams, not just the out-of-print ones. All right, Franziska.
Rafa said, "Still remember RRR?"
I do still remember RRR. What's going on, sir? That's interesting. That was strange. That was very strange indeed. What do I wish to do with you, sir? We're going to try to attack on all fronts. Do you play in tournaments, Rafa? Are you an over-the-board tournament player, Rafa? Where are you going? Oh, no. Yeah, that's going to tax my playing ability. Rafa, do you play in tournaments? Are you a member of a local club? How long have you been playing chess? Dinekis, welcome back. Namaste. We definitely need to throw out some hearts for Dinekis. Haven't seen him in quite some time. Dinekis knows how to play chess. We have a very dangerous exponent on our hands. A very dangerous exponent on our hands. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, I'm greedy. I'm very greedy. No, Danakis. Namaste, brother. Namaste. Thank you, man, for being here anyway. We've gone back a long ways, Danakis and I. At least years. I'm not sure if it's the full term, half a decade, but... Oh! I was supposed to berserk. Did not see a berserk, sir. And the 5-second time does not make it any easier. Yes, yes. All right, we'll relocate. I was going to play a different move, but we'll relocate. Yes, we are relocating. That's interesting. That's also interesting. It's true. It's true. It's true. That's fascinating. Yeah, it's also a bummer. Also a bummer. Very annoying. Nicely done, sir. Yes, I know you berserked. Yes, I know I could probably try to flag you on time. But I'm not going to do that. This is a gentleman's game.
Said, I know that pain all too well.
I was playing King F8, by the way.
So
King
I still
F8.
played it.
I was playing King F8, and then... Yeah, no, I was playing King F8, and I'm like, oh, let me play Knight E2 instead. But I forgot why I wanted to play King F8 when I was going into it.
Jury Goose said, I completely get it, LMAO.
Oh, man. It's all right. Gotta laugh that stuff off. It was like those random Rafas. Random Rafas. Where's Rafa? Rafa never answered my question. Rafa 08, where are you at, buddy? So at least R's name does begin with, is he playing? Oh, he is playing. He almost played. My score is 0-7. So it's green because Rafa's profile is the one that I'm looking at. 17 moves, 20 moves, 21 moves, 17 moves, 21 moves. And I've had 2 marathon games of 27 moves and 36 moves, which took all day, obviously. Can I improve my position at all? Doesn't look like it. I'm 0-3 versus Francis. I do need coffee. That much is true. I need to check to see if my lesson is early today. I think it is. So we really do have to crank out this simul before I get caught into a lesson. If I'm going to do a simul today. Simul Saturday. I want to get back to simul Saturdays. On the 15th. Where are we? Ron Hay. My percentages can only go down with E3 with Ron Hay. E5. Darn you. Darn you. I was planning on something great, but now, darn you. Now, darn you. Was planning on something great, but darn you. Darn you. So there. Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes. That's also interesting. Interesting. Let's just try to keep it up now. Try to keep it up now. Uh-oh, he's gotten a little overworked. He has gotten a little bit overworked, Booby. Just a little bit overworked, Booby. Just a little bit overworked, Booby. Let's see what we can attack. Let's see what we can attack. See what we can attack. Trying to get some attack. H2 is hanging. E7 is hanging. B7 could be hanging. And if we just guard everything, where does he go from here? Where does he go from here? Bishop takes, bishop takes. Interesting. Interesting. So bishop takes, bishop takes, bishop takes, bishop takes, bishop takes, bishop takes. Grr. So he takes a queen. I take a rook and a knight, and he takes 2 knights. If I play queen takes rook. Rook takes, bishop takes, bishop takes. C3. That looks like it's much better. Queen takes rook. Yeah, let's go for that one. And now for something completely inane. Just move ourselves on over. Oh! Never mind. Never mind. So we have 4 pawns to 4 pawns with almost absolutely equal material. Absolutely almost equal material. Let's get this pawn moving. All right. Yes, we know what you're up to. We have to get something boogieing here. Yes, we're trying to get in there. This might be just in time. Bust up the Yankees. Busting up the Yankees. And unfortunately, another one of our many games ends in a draw. Oh, I see, said the blind man. Oh, I see. Scandinavian Viking toughness. We should just be the Viking dojo. Interesting. That was close.
Pegasus
But
Sway said, Jinji.
thank you, Ron. Thank you, Ron.
Jury Goose said, GG.
That took a lot of courage, that's for sure. For as bad as it was. Oh man, to be up material. Although I don't think I could save my knight on c3. I think your bishop was attacking my rook, right? I didn't have a chance of saving the exchange or a piece. So it's either going to be 2 pieces for a rook or giving back the exchange. Or was it? Let's go back and look at it.
Pegasus Sway said, Shunya, Shunya, Shunya was OMG.
It looks like my lesson is even earlier than I thought, so that's not good. Let's look at this again. So e takes d6 is clearly the most popular move. But I've been playing knight f3 ever since it was played against me many years ago. And obviously g5 is still very good for white. So they can transpose back into the main line, or they can try d takes e5. After d takes e5, I just get to take the pawn. But in general, knight c6, e takes d6. I should be playing d4. I like e4, but I should be playing d4. I'm just thinking that I have to get my stuff out, right? Maybe knight c3 is a happy medium to find out what's going on in this position. That way, if knight f6, then I just play e3. I'm up in material. But I don't know. I'm not used to my pawn going to e3. That's a drawback. Then knight g4 is justified. d4. Yeah, I expect most people to play h5 out of 9 times out of 10. "305 other players." On that note, I'm going to try to get some coffee. How about that? We do have to move over our coffee from the Nightbot, don't we, to Streamlabs.
Friedrichsburg said, Ron is secret why Visha Anand.
I thought RRR Rafa was secretly Vichy Anand. We've had many strong players come through here and remain anonymous. Usually not one that says Rafa, like Rafa, who says, "Remember me," when obviously I will remember him, right? Or is what I think it is. We have to watch the event of the day, honestly. We do have to watch the event of the day. Namaste, everyone, and thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. We do have a lesson earlier than we thought we did. In any event, talk to you soon.
Jury Goose said, TTY.
You too, Jury Goose. For those who have not yet joined the Discord, in order to get a hold of us, thank you so much. Namaste, everyone. Subscribe to the YouTube. Please check out the Amazing Power of Chess and Format.